Despite strong objections from the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Fatou Bensouda, over the independence of the court, two issues raised by South Africa and Kenya have been debated by the Assembly of States parties of the ICC. South Africa asked the member states for clarity on diplomatic immunity after the court ordered an explanation into why South African authorities didn't arrest and transfer indicted President Al-Bashir of Sudan when he attended an AU summit in Johannesburg.
We are saying that the Bureau will have to develop a mechanism to give guidance as to the correct interpretation of the statute in the face of other international obligations that are conflicting with an interpretation of this statute.
There are concerns over whether this issue and the issue of Kenya's request for recanted evidence not to be used in the trial of Deputy President William Ruto should be discussed by this political body, as they're both being processed by judges in the courtrooms. As to Kenya and South Africa's threat to withdraw from the ICC, some civil society observers say they're distracting from the court's work.
If they want to withdraw, we're willing to face that challenge. What we don't want is for that continual threat to be used to chip away at the independence and integrity of the International Criminal Court.
Members of the Kenyan delegation were unhappy that some groups were wearing T-shirts which expressed the voices of the victims are not being heard, saying this session of the political body is not the place for protests. It will be considered a success by the South African government that they've managed to get the Bureau of the International Criminal Court to look into their request. But the other delegations here at the Assembly of States parties have raised concerns that it could affect the independent working of the International Criminal Court. Jack Parrick, SABC News, The Hague.
President Jacob Zuma says former liberation movements, now governing parties, must guard against NGOs and others setting on sowing